Okay, we return to a Class of Crows, session 17, I believe. Okay. Previously on, probably accurate, Luna. Yeah, 17 already. So previously on, the party had a confrontation with some animated cutlery, which was brought to life by the caterer who was hired by the school to cater the Winterwinds Ball, and in a fit of laziness and to attempt to make more of a profit by not hiring any assistants, he animated his cutlery and some of the food to do the work for him, which went a little bit awry, causing the food and the cutlery to run havoc throughout the school, which the party put a stop to, and tied up the the little halfling chef who was at fault, handing him over to the school guards eventually. But after that was resolved, down in the basement where they fought a giant golem made of cutlery, alongside one of their classmates, Amelia, who had taken some hits as she tried to stop it beforehand. After they put a stop to all of that, they spent some time cleaning up the school, and then decorating it for the upcoming ball, hoping to get everything ready in time for the evening when the ball was set to start. And they recruited a bunch of the other first years who all pitched in to make the decorations happen, and got everything ready in time. And then they attended the ball, which went pretty smoothly. Each of them who had a date went with their date, and we had little moments with those, with each player and their respective date. But the VOD is still there. You can go back and watch it. It's on the YouTube channel as well.
Sophia's best girl, so y'all know.
You a lie?
I think there might be debates about that now.
Sophia could kick Esta's ass, let's be honest.
She's invincible. That's impossible.
I was trying to stay partisan, but I don't know if I can get behind that statement. And we ended off the night of the Winterwind Ball with Killian roping everybody into a conga line, which not many people understood what that was, but she explained it. And proceeded to peer pressure quite a few of her classmates into going along with it, and one of the profs as well, I believe, which is where we are right here. As you can see, everyone is still in conga line formation.
Good times.
So when we ended off, Iris, the blonde-haired girl in the middle, had set off a fireworks show that she had been preparing with her magic, for everybody to watch. And then we left off right there for the night. My intention was that that would be sort of the finale of the night, but if anybody else had anything else they wanted to do while you're still here, before everybody kind of heads to bed for the night, I suppose since we're still here, I can allow you to do that.
Croak might go back to the school hall to get some food and a napkin for later, but that would be it.
Yeah, you can just tell me sort of what you do as things wrap up then. That makes sense.
Yeah, just grab some leftovers.
All right.
Nothing special for you.
What did we do with the carcasses of the cutlery in the basement?
I don't think any of you guys were in that group. They just kind of cleaned everything up in the basement.
So can Killian figure out where they put all the stuff or no?
You can ask one of the people who was cleaning. I know Asta was down there.
Okay, Killian's gonna ask Esta where they put the bodies of all the cutlery monsters.
The bodies. It's just kind of twisted pieces of metal. It's a really dark way of putting it. Asta, as everyone kind of files out for the night, and people say their goodbyes, you walk up and ask Asta that, and she says, we just sort of piled them up in some of the crates down there, and Josephina said that she would take care of them later, but I think they're still down there.
Killian's gonna go check it out and get some of the metal. Like all the forks and stuff, maybe?
Alright. So yeah, everyone kind of files out of the courtyard where they were all gathered, heading back towards the Great Hall, sort of yawning and saying their good nights. Let me get the rest of you. There you go. So, Killian, as you make your way, most people are heading out towards the door, but as you make your way towards the basement, Sophia just kind of follows you and says, where are we going?
I gotta go look in the basement. I think I left my dagger down there.
Oh, I can help you look if you want.
Yeah, come along.
Alright. Alright, let's see what I left down here last time, because I don't remember how much I cleaned up last time. I know you guys are doing your cleaning, but I don't know if I did any. Nope. Alright, let's throw them all in here. Yo, still dead down there.
Yo's dead
Rip.
corpses in the basement. Turtle soup.
Oh, that's fucked up.
It really would be.
Alright. So you make your way down the stairs to the basement that's been sort of reorganized to make room for the makeshift kitchen, and Sophia follows you down there. Where did you leave your dagger? Do you remember where?
I don't know. I kind of just threw it at one of them. So we gotta find where they put the bodies. They said they put it in like some crates down here, so it might have gotten mixed in with them.
Alright, well, let's have a look around.
Alright, here they are.
So in here you can see some sort of crates stacked to the side.
Okay.
Looks like they were maybe brought in to carry everything when the chef brought all of his equipment here.
Okay. She searches around the boxes. Does she find any like metallic stuff to find?
Yeah, there's sort of twisted pieces of forks, some shattered ceramic plates. Basically the aftermath of what you left behind.
She finds all the twisted forks, and if she finds any other metallic utensils.
Yeah, there's also some like non-damaged utensils that didn't take any hits from you guys, that were just sort of in the pile of the big golem. Some ladles and things like that. Your standard cooking utensils.
Alright, she slips out the ones that like she could fit in her bag that she brought with her.
Alright, I say you could get a decent amount of forks or knives.
Alright.
Some spoons. Might be hard to smuggle out something larger, like a big ladle or something like that. But...
Yeah, she'll take the tinier stuff that she can hide away.
As you're looking, Sophia kind of peeks in the room and says, I didn't see anything over there, but did you find anything in those boxes?
I can't find my dagger, but I found some extra utensils. Maybe I could get Croak to forge me a new dagger.
Ah, maybe. Or, you know, the school
Yeah.
blacksmith too, probably.
Oh yeah, him too. He would do a great job.
I think he
Huh.
would.
Yeah. Well, that's all I wanted to look for. Thanks for coming with me, Sophia.
Happy to help.
Yeah, let's head back up.
Alright. It is getting pretty late.
It is. It was a really fun night. Best conga line ever.
Well, I've never done one of those before, but it was pretty fun.
It was the best.
The rest of you are kind of waiting around near the door. You see Killian and Sophia kind of slink back up from the basement.
Hey guys, what's up?
Greetings, Killian.
Hello.
Why were you in the basement?
Oh, you know, just hanging out with Sophia and Killian Winks.
Oh, I get it. Sorry.
Yo looks away awkwardly.
Really thumbs up.
Thanks,
Awkwardly.
Killian.
Well, I'm quite tired after such an eventful day. I believe I'm headed back to the dorm. Esta, would you care for me to escort you back?
Yeah, well, I'm going there too, but alright.
Indeed.
Oh, that was so cute. Oh, I can control Sophia.
Yep. Alright, you make your way back to the dormitories. This is probably gonna be a big, oh, yeah, a big mess of people. Not too bad, actually. Wow, I'm better than I thought I was. It's just the people who need to be here. All planned, of course.
Of course.
You make your way back through the cold night to the dormitories, which a fire is lit in the dining hall, and it's much warmer inside as you head indoors.
Man, the feeling of coming in from like a cold winter's day and like a nice fire is so nice.
Well, that was a wonderful festival, everyone. But I'm quite tired now, so I think I will retire to my room.
I'm gonna bake hot chocolate and then go to my room.
All right.
What's Amelia doing in the dining room?
Just sitting. She looks tired. So she's just kind of getting warm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Great
do we-
conga line, Amelia. You were great.
I suppose. I mean, I wouldn't really know. First time I've ever done something like that.
Well, make sure you always suggest doing that at parties, okay?
I don't know if I have your bravery to organize something like that, but I'll think about it.
It's a great, you know, getting everyone in the mood to dance. It's great.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
We all just leave our dates at the door.
I lost control of her, dude.
Yeah, you guys lost control once they. I think they're all upstairs though, so they'll head up.
Do we have a little bit of time before bed?
Yeah, it's getting a little later than it usually is. Just because everything happened at night. But you're of course perfectly allowed to stay up. It's past your curfew though. They were being a little more lenient with tonight because there was something happening in the school.
Okay. Well, I was gonna pray to Hana, and then if I'm able, kind of look at the ruby some more.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so Croak's gonna say a prayer to Hana, basically asking for just a little bit of a magical assistance in discovering what the ruby is.
Arcana check.
Ooh.
18.
The ruby sort of, as you hold it in your hands, it like pulls itself towards your sword.
I will hold it closer to my sword, maybe like towards the pommel.
All right. It's almost like a magnetic pull. You can stop it from pulling towards it, but it seems to want to go there.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
All right. It just rests up against your, the pommel of your sword.
Okay. Not weird at all. Then I guess I will tuck in for the night.
All right. As you kind of you examine it for a little bit, and then allow it to kind of stay near there, and then sort of bring your hands away. The ruby eventually sort of falls off, losing the magnetic ability as you put your stuff away for the night.
Okay. I'll just tuck it back in my pack then.
All right. All right.
Killian's away all the cutlery she stole or found, took.
Yeah, so you look through your haul. Did you take just the ones that were bent and twisted, or did you take the normal ones as well?
She took all the normal ones. Anything she could have fit in her bag that would have been like stowawayable. Yeah.
All right, let's just say that you got I don't know, 4 forks and 3 sort of blunted butter knives.
Sounds good.
Are you stowing those away in your room, or are you?
Yeah, in her room. She's gonna put them in her desk drawer.
Okay.
And put some papers on top of it so it doesn't look weird or like nobody notices that she has in her desk drawer.
Killian's like hoarding cutlery.
And then she'll
Okay,
get in bed.
all right. The others, do you have anything else you want to do before you head to bed?
I'm just finishing writing my journal for the night.
Mhm.
I drinking hot chocolate. And that's it.
All right. Yo, anything special before bed?
He'll draw a picture of the fireworks before he goes to bed. Or paint a picture, I mean. That'll be it, though.
All right. Then with that, you all drift off to sleep. It's been a long day, so it's pretty easy to find sleep, and you sleep quite heavily. And very restfully, because quite the eventful day. So you can perform a long rest on your character sheets. You need to.
Nice. Finally got all my hit dice back.
Long rest.
All right. Let's say that it is a Sunday morning when you wake up with the rising light. You sleep in just a little bit, some of you, as you did have a long day and you were up a little later last night. Everybody but Yo, who has monk class in the morning.
Oh no.
But you guys can also wake up if you feel your character would. I won't stop you from doing that. I'm just saying, Yo's the only one who doesn't get the option to sleep in, unless you want to skip your class.
I'm sleeping
Not a
in.
bad boy.
Croak will get up regardless.
Killian will wake up too. Sorry, Gilly.
And anybody who's been following along with the Class of Crows knows what's about to happen.
Oh no. Oh no.
Was that a 20?
It was not. It was
Not nat 20.
15. Yeah.
All right. Then it's quite a nice song this morning. A little bit loud. It definitely pierces its way through the walls of the dormitory, and the rest of you can hear it. Croak and Yo out in the hall, and Gilly, as you attempt to sleep in, you hear this bagpipe playing.
Oh, morning, Yo.
Morning, Croak. You get up this early every morning?
Pretty much.
Ugh.
I'm gonna wake up and throw something at the door that's next to my bed, probably like clothes or something, and then try and put the pillow over my ear and go back to bed.
Killy just keeps playing. She's probably playing the song that she wrote for Sophia. Like up at the top of her head.
All right. Croak out in the hall. You hear a bit of a thump behind Gilly's door, and then more bagpipe playing.
Oh yes, it's excellent music, isn't it, Gilly? Good job, Killian.
Thanks, Croak.
He's gonna grab a quick bite to eat and then head out.
Oh yeah.
Alright,
grab
take care,
something
Croak.
too.
I've got class.
I will be accompanying you.
Okay. Glad to have you.
Yes, I quite like the meditation we learned last time I was present.
It is very relaxing. I almost fell asleep.
Oh, try not to do that, in class, Yo.
I'll try.
So
Yo.
Croak's gonna stop by the altar and pray to Morningstar before he goes with you.
Okay. Yo, your schedule is a little different than the others since you have a class this morning. So you ought to check your own this time instead of relying on Croak.
Oh, I do so then.
Today your class is on the beach.
Oh. Looks like we're headed to the beach today, Croak.
I don't quite like the sand there, but it is a familiar place.
You can say that again.
You grab a quick bite to eat and then head towards Sundial Square. Oh, there's probably people here that shouldn't be. Oh, Gilly is.
Gilly.
Go back to bed. All right. So, Croak, you head up quickly to the school to the altar. That's what you said?
Yeah, we don't have. I don't have anything specifically I'm gonna say, but I just wanted him to go pray there.
All right. Yo, you can. Are you continuing without him or?
Yeah, take a beeline to the beaches.
All right.
I'll catch up with you in a moment, Yo.
Sounds good.
It's still pretty cold outside, and you can still see that there's a sort of frozen part of the water as you head towards the beach. You can see as you head down the hill, your a few of your monk classmates already ready and waiting for class, and your professor stands facing them, closer towards the water's edge.
And walk up. Good morning, fellow fist fighters.
They turn to face you. Hina kind of gives you a small bow, and Nala and Mary say, "Morning." You can see that Nala and Mary are both like visibly shivering, not quite used to this cold.
How would Yo be handling it? I mean, he's got 2 cloaks, I know, but
Probably just feeling a little sluggish.
okay.
Not quite on the top of your speed game today in the cold winter morning.
Gotcha.
Um,
I hope the
go ahead.
professor doesn't make us get in the water.
Aha, not to worry. We're just going to be doing some meditation here. But
Phew.
that reminds me, meditating in the winter is a good way to learn to ignore your external environment and focus only on yourself, to completely empty your mind and even lose the shiver that the cold might bring, which is why I had you meet outside in the winter.
That sounds useful. I should have no problem clearing my mind. It's mostly clear anyway.
All right, I believe this is everybody.
Oh, I have one more. My friend Croak is going to be joining us this morning, if that's all right.
That was the armored fellow, yes?
Yes, exactly. He's just praying to his god this morning, and then he'll be right along.
I see. Well, we're in no rush. We can wait a few moments for him to arrive.
Thank you.
So a
Sure,
couple
he
minutes
won't be
later, a couple minutes later, Croak, you catch up to the rest of the group and head down the hill towards the beach.
I guess Croak is kind of noisily clanking up to the group. Good morning, Fist Gang. He'll offer a salute to everyone.
You made it.
Indeed, I had a good morning prayer.
Glad to hear. I think that's everybody, Professor.
All right, then we can go ahead and begin. Everybody, have a seat in the position most comfortable for yourself.
Croak just kind of...
Go ahead.
yeah.
Yo, cross legs, I guess.
Croak plops down on his butt with like his legs in front of him and his arms kind of resting on his knees.
Hina sort of kneels on both of her knees, and but Mary and Nala take a similar pose to you, Yo, and the professor does as well as he sits sort of cross-legged on the sand, and he says, "As usual, I'm going to teach my lesson, and I want you to just focus on only the lesson. Try to shut out the cold and stop your shivering. Try to find a sense of warmth within yourself, not just from your clothing or something like that."
Yo attempts to do so.
The professor gives you a couple moments to sort of center yourselves and begin to focus. And then after about a minute or two, he says, "Today I thought I would speak to you about a concept that each monk sort of has their own interpretation of, and everybody practices it differently, but it seems to be sort of a common thing amongst all sorts of orders of monks. Everybody seems to have their own form of it, so I thought I would introduce the concept to you if you're not familiar. And that concept is the idea of a spirit quest. Now, in the past, and still practiced today, all manner of monks from all sorts of different orders all across Granlorian and any of the different kingdoms, each of them would find their own idea of what a spirit quest would be. The term spirit quest I use to just describe them all as a whole, but they take many different forms. Now, every order had their own idea of what a spirit quest might be. Some would journey to faraway lands in search of enlightenment. Some would offer their services to help those in need, expecting nothing in return, and would find their enlightenment through that form of service. Perhaps an example would help you understand a little bit better. To the south, in the Imhara Desert, a much hotter place than this, some of you may be familiar, there was an ancient order of monks that existed in that desert. I'm not sure too many of them are around today, though, as it was quite some time ago when they were at their peak. And those monks, they built in the desert something called the Test of the Jade Tortoise. Now, the test itself was sort of half shrine and half proving ground. The test acted as their form of a spirit quest. The monks would conquer the hardship of the trial and through that find their own form of enlightenment. So, to bring it back to you, my students, this too is how your spirit quest can take shape. A trial, a goal, or some form of challenge you set for yourself and then seek to overcome. And in this way, maybe you too can find your form of enlightenment, however that manifests in yourself. He pauses for a moment to allow you to sort of mull over what he said. He takes his time with his lectures. He has a very sort of slow and methodical, meaningful way of speaking that sort of enhances the relaxation and sort of meditation of his lessons. And as you all meditate, make a wisdom roll for me. Just wisdom, not saving throw. All right. Throughout his lecture, not quite at first. At first, you feel that same sort of sluggishness and the sort of biting cold at your skin. But as he speaks and as you sort of are drawn into his lecture, and he begins to talk about the desert, you feel sort of internal warmth. You feel like you're almost in the desert yourself. You've experienced that desert before, and you feel that same heat again, sort of swell kind of deep in your chest at first and then spread to the rest of your body. And by the time that he's sort of finished this shorter lecture, as he talks about various orders of monks and their own spirit quests, you almost forget that you were outside at all. You forget the cold, you forget that it's even wintertime. For a time you felt like you were just in the desert, nice and warm.
Oh,
And
okay.
then, sorry, go ahead.
No, that was it.
Okay. As he sort of winds down and finishes his lecture, and you sort of are brought back to the world, you feel the cold return to you. And the warmth sort of fades as you exit this state of meditation.
Yo, shiver a little bit and ask the professor, is there any way to make that last, like, permanently?
Well, permanently I don't know, but if you can find a way to return to that place of meditation, relaxation, and focus, then you can find yourself in your own mind transported to anywhere in the world, and you can make your own body's state manipulated however you wish. I think if you practiced, you could return yourself to that same state whenever you wished.
Interesting. Thank you very much for this information.
You see your other classmates sort of also exiting their state of meditation, blinking and looking around, opening their eyes. And Nala and Mary also kind of begin to shiver again as they sort of are hit with this sudden cold and the wind. And Professor Harkinian stands up out of his meditation pose and says, I hope you will all give some thought to my words on the concept of a spirit quest. It is my goal for you to find your own form of a spirit quest by the end of the year. You don't need to accomplish anything by the end of the year. You're in no rush, my students, but I would like to hear by the end of the year some sort of spirit quest goal for each of you.
Would you like to hear my goal as well, Professor? Being that I'm not really a part of this class, but I enjoy attending.
Should you choose to pursue a spirit quest, you may share it with me as well.
Indeed. Kirk will nod.
Again, if you have any sort of difficulty finding your own path, you may come and speak with me in my office whenever you wish.
Thank you, Professor.
Now then, that's all I have for today. You may return to your dormitories and warm up a tad. I see some of you are shivering a little bit.
Kirk's teeth are just like chattering through his helmet.
I was starting to shiver.
The professor takes a step towards you guys and gives you a deep bow. And says, until next time, my students.
Kirk will give him a salute.
No bow back.
The rest of the class returns his bow almost in unison. And then he quickly strides off towards the square.
Hina.
She turns towards you. Yes, I didn't expect to see you here, but it is nice to see you.
I quite enjoyed the meditation we learn in this class. It helps me focus my magical energies. It reminds me of whenever I was younger in the park in Talus.
I understand.
But unrelated to that, I had a question for you. I noticed during the festival you were wearing some interesting garb. Is that from your homeland?
Yes, it's ceremonial garb from my homeland, yes. You're correct.
Oh, I see. Is that what people wear over there? Everyone? Or is it just for, I don't know, wealthier individuals, maybe?
That was garb specific for special events like last night. It is not something that I would have worn every single day, no.
Ah, I see. Well, it was very interesting. Not what I'm used to seeing around here.
yeah, that was basically what he asked.
Hey, man, I mean, I know she's got a really nice sword. I was trying to just kind of figure out, like, some backstory there.
Man, I'm just poking fun.
But, yes, your suspicion is Mostly correct. My family is one of the richer families from my island.
Ah, I see.
I am the youngest daughter of the Mori clan, you see.
A clan?
Mori clan?
Yes, my family. I don't know if you use those terms to describe them here.
I've not heard of such used to describe a group, unless it is uh, perhaps I don't know. Would Croak know about like orcs and stuff, like clans and all that?
The concept of a clan doesn't usually mean like blood familiar relationship to you. It more just means like a group of people with a common something between them. So you understand the concept of a clan, but she's referring to specifically a family. So there's a bit of a
Right.
difference.
Yeah, I was trying to think of how like Croak would know it from his point of view. That is an interesting term you use to call your family.
I understand there's some confusion. Sometimes things we do at home are slightly different than things here in Lyrethia.
I see. Well, if you would ever like to share more about your family or where you're from, I would be interested to hear. It is very intriguing to me.
I see.
Likewise, very
Perhaps,
different from anything I've experienced before.
I see. Perhaps not in such a cold environment.
Yes, indeed. Let us seek warmth.
Good point.
Yes, let us.
Kirk will nod to Mary and Nala as well.
They all seem to be sort of eager to head back to the dormitory.
I'll walk backwards. Keep an eye on Mary. I don't trust him. Just kidding.
He seems to not notice. He's just happily skipping along. You make your way back towards the dormitories. It's a quiet Sunday morning.
That was a good class, yo.
Yes,
Quite-
very relaxing.
Quite cold, though.
A little bit. It'd be nice to master that technique of ignoring the weather in a way.
Yes, you seem to be doing a bit better than I was. It was still pretty cold to me.
Yeah, you're holding your own out there. I'm surprised.
No, just trying to remember the lessons.
So the rest of you can tell me what you guys were doing during this sort of approximately 40-minute period that Croak and Yo were out this morning. Because I know Killian already woke up, so you have some things to do. If you just want to sleep in, Gilly, then that's
Probably
perfectly fine.
made breakfast.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep in.
Killian probably just like ate breakfast.